everyone and welcome back to the Sunday Stylist. So in today's video, I wanted to share with you some tips on 5 things that you can get rid of today from your life that will make you feel less cluttered and more organized. Okay, the first thing that you can get rid of from your life, well, for me anyway, I have gone through my room and I have discovered that I have a habit of keeping all the packaging from all the things that I think I have bought pretty much ever. I think it's like the more expensive the thing is, the more likely I am to keep the packaging for it. I don't even know why. Apple TV, like we've unboxed it. Why do I need to keep the box for it? I know I've bought it. I'm sure it's just because the things are so expensive that I feel like not even. This was like a $10 candle. Why the heck am I keeping this? Why? I don't know. Is anyone else like this? More packaging, just empty boxes. Why do I need to keep all this? And how much stuff have I got in my life that I just... Packaging. Why? Why? I mean, it's very pretty, but still. What purpose is this serving my life? Keeping empty packaging. Arrgh! I have to just get rid of it today. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yes, I know the things that I bought cost a lot of money, but the money's been spent. There's no point keeping the packaging. Anyway, crazy. I'm sure I can't be the only one in the world that keeps packaging of things that they buy. All right, that's the first thing that you can get rid of is empty packaging. The second thing that you can get rid of is obsolete technology. Now, I'm sure if you are anything like me, you have got a, well, I call it my Mac graveyard. I've got a MacBook Air, I've got this old Mac that's got a cracked screen that's been fixed like literally 5 or 6 times. I've got an iPad mini as well that my kids have got in the room that's smashed. An old iPod that won't even turn on. A Nokia phone from God knows when. Christ was a boy. Who knows when that's from? An old pocket Wi-Fi. Just a whole bunch of cords and chargers for things that are completely obsolete. I don't even own a DVD player. Why do I have a DVD remote? So the thing that I think I'm going to do is try and find like an obsolete technology recycling provider, I guess, and get rid of all of this stuff from my life. I don't know why I'm holding on to it. I guess I feel like it's cost so much money to buy all this stuff that I think I feel guilty that I've spent all that money on it in the first place, and that if I wanted to, I could probably try and sell it for something, but I don't think it's going to be worth my time or effort to sell any of this obsolete, broken, not working technology. I mean, I guess you could try and sell it for spare parts or something like that, but you'd really have to assess, is it worth your time and worth your effort? Okay, so the next item that I have for you to get rid of today is the pile of gonnas in your life. Now, what I mean by this is the pile of stuff you're gonna be selling on eBay, the pile of stuff you're gonna list on Craigslist, the pile of stuff you're gonna list on Gumtree or whatever your local selling app is. I went through my closet a couple of days ago and I thought, I've got all these little bits and pieces which individually might not add up to much or not make it worthwhile, but if I went and put the whole lot on one listing and just said mixed lot, if I sold the whole lot for $20 mixed lot, it might be worth it. So I'm gonna put it on eBay. If I was gonna put it on eBay, I would have already put it on eBay by now. I went through this on the weekend. It's now Thursday. I haven't done it, so I'm just gonna bite the bullet and donate the whole lot to charity. So I'm sure everyone else has that. If you have got a basket of stuff, you know, that you've been accumulating and you were gonna put it on eBay, you were gonna list it on Craigslist. If you haven't done it by now, give yourself the deadline of today. If it's not listed by then, give it away. Give it away, because you're not gonna. You're never gonna. Get rid of it. Let it go. Get it gone today. The next tip that I have of things that you can get rid of today, anything that you have from a previous relationship that just gives you bad juju. Now, this could be anything. This could be knickknacks. It could be gifts that someone has given you. It could be just something that you have inherited from the relationship. For me, it is a set of these pretty freaking ordinary looking, ugly, in fact, canisters. I don't know why I have kept these. We broke up 5 odd years ago, and every time I open the pantry and I see these things, I'm reminded of this guy. I don't like the guy. I didn't like the relationship. Why the heck am I keeping a hold of these bloody ugly canisters? Going to St. Vinny's today. Get rid of it like you did the relationship. You're gone, just like the guy. Fifth and final thing that I can recommend to get rid of from your life today is anything that you have upgraded on. So if you have something and you have got an upgraded version of the same thing and you find yourself never reaching for that upgraded item, maybe it's time to get rid of it. For me, that's handbags. So last year I bought a couple of really good, nice quality handbags, and now I have a couple that I still have in my collection, but I never use them. Honestly, I never use them. And they're not expensive. They were not anything fantastic. I mean, this one I think came free with underwear purchased. And these are both, you know, pretty inexpensive items. So I'm going to pass these on to friends that I think can get some use out of them. They're in perfect condition. But honestly, if they were $20 each, you're not going to be able to sell them for very much. So I'm just going to pass them on to a friend that I think would be able to use them. Okay guys, so just a quick recap of my top 5 things that I think you can get rid of today to live a more decluttered and organized life. Remember, the first thing was any empty packaging that you have around your house, be that bags, be that boxes, shoe boxes, purchases that you've made from makeup stores, Sephora, whatever. You don't really need them, just get rid of them. The second thing was any obsolete technology items. You can recycle them, you could sell them on eBay or something for parts. If you're gonna do it, make sure you do it and you do it in your set time frame. The third item that you can get rid of today is the container of goners. If you've got a container of old clothes or jewelry or garage sale items that you were gonna list on eBay, get rid of them. For me, if I was gonna sell it, I would have done it already. So it's gonna go today. The fourth thing that I think you can get rid of is anything that reminds you of an unwanted ex from your past that gives you nothing but bad memories and bad juju every time you see it. Get rid of it. It's not worth having in your life. Let it go. Give it to someone else who can make good use of it. And the fifth thing is anything in your life that you have upgraded on and you no longer use the older version of. So for me, it was the bag. I've upgraded to some nicer quality bags last year. I no longer reach for these, so I am going to pass them on for someone who does. I think the biggest thing that has always held me back from letting things go straight away is guilt. Now, that is the guilt of probably having spent money on those things in the first place. The next thing is the guilt of thinking that I could possibly make some money if I sold it. But then I think, well, when I open the closet door and I see all these things like packed up in boxes and baskets, the guilt of not having done anything about them is actually making me feel worse than the guilt of not making any money on selling these things. Does that even make remote sense to anyone? Is my brain just like totally freaking cuckoo? But that is the way that I see it. I think that it is the guilt that you attach to buying the things in the first place. It's the guilt that you attach to the possibility that you could make some money off it if you did sell it. And then it's the guilt that you feel from not doing anything about it in the meantime. I think for me, the best thing that I can do is just let it go, pass it on to charity, and then feel good that these things are going to be going on and helping someone else who's in genuine need. You know, when it comes down to it, I don't need the $10 that I could possibly make spending an hour of my time putting these things on eBay. For me, it's just, it's not worth it. To practice what I preach, and I'm just going to let these things go, and I'm going to pass them on to someone else who can use them and make good use of them. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you have been inspired to go through your house and find some things that you really can just get rid of today that are going to let you feel more decluttered and more organized without taking really much effort at all. All right, happy days guys, and I'll see you in the next video.